Hello everyone. We were discussing Aristotle's observations on tragedy. In the last class, we have discussed the origin of tragedy, its characteristics, its constituent parts. Today, we are moving on to the structure of the plot. By structure of the plot, we mean the necessary elements of a tragic plot. So, we begin with the three unities. Let us see. According to Aristotle, plot is the soul of the tragedy. That is the story element. That is the soul of the tragedy. So, the arrangement of events in the drama is very important. For that arrangements of incidents, three elements are necessary. Together, they are called three unities: unity of action, unity of time, and unity of place. Now, let us explain. Let us go through them individually, separately. First one, unity of action. Listen carefully. The play should have only those actions in the life of the hero which contribute to the tragedy that happens to him. I will come back. There will be many other actions in the life of the hero. If they have nothing to do with the tragedy that is going to happen to him, they should not be included in the story. This feature of maintaining the unity of play is called unity of action. So, you know that there will be several events happening in the life of the hero, the tragic hero. But in the play, only those actions which may contribute to the tragedy should be included, not the other events, not the other actions. If the other events have nothing to do with the tragedy that is going to happen to him, they should not be included. So, this feature of maintaining the unity of the play is called unity of action. Hope you understood that. Now, unity of time. Unity of time means the conformity between time taken by the events of the play and the time taken for their representation on stage. According to Aristotle's concept, for a good tragic plot, it was necessary to select an event or events that happened within 24 hours or so in his life. So, this will be more easy to remember than the first sentence. That is, Aristotle prescribes that the plot of the story, the plot of the tragedy, should include events that can happen within 24 hours. 24 hours or so. There can be slight differences, but the dramatist should take care that the events happening in the drama should be taking place within 24 hours. A story that takes place through a long period of years will not be convincing. So, in a novel, it can be, because a very big novel can tell the tale which takes place over a long period of time. If presented, such a story, if presented on drama, which runs for 3 hours or so, it will not be convincing, because you cannot tell the story of a person who has gone to the jail and he spent there a lot of years, coming back, having the revenge. You cannot imagine all those things taking place on stage. So that is why Aristotle says that the tragic plot should be taking place within 24 hours. That is the real meaning of this statement. That is the conformity between time taken by the events of the play. Conformity means yojip. Conformity between time taken by the events of the play and the time taken for representation on the stage. Representation on the stage means a play will be most probably of a duration of 3 hours or so. So you cannot condense long years of time into 3 hours. So it is advisable to have events within 24 hours. That is unity of time. Then unity of place. Unity of place is the conformity between the scene of tragic event and the time taken by them to happen. It is expected that the action of the tragedy should take place at a single location. That is the meaning of it. So you cannot expect the story taking place, one part of the story taking place in London and another part of the story taking place in Paris, then the climax taking place in America. No. The unity of place means it is expected that the action of the tragedy should take place at a single location. If one event is taking place in London, another taking place in Paris, the drama will not have unity of place. So that is all about unity, three unities: that unity of action, unity of time, and unity of place. So here, a diagrammatical representation of three classical unities: that is action. Play should have one storyline with few or no subplots. That is what we meant by uh, unity of action. That is the events in the life of the hero. Only those events in the life of the hero which contribute to the tragedy can be included. Then unity of time. Action of the play should occur in one day, 24 hours. Action place, unity of place, the action should be limited to a single location. So this is a diagrammatical representation of the three unities. Then comes another element: pity and fear. See, a good tragic plot should be capable of arousing the emotion of pity and fear. Pity. Why should pity aroused? Why should fear aroused? Uh, the pity because of the undeserved sufferings of the hero. We know that the hero is suffering not because he deserves that. The sufferings are undeserved. So we may feel sympathy for him, pity for him. Then fear. Fear because of the worst fate that is going to happen to him. So a fear is generated in the minds of the audience when they see the sufferings of the hero. We may feel, we may become anxious about what all things may happen to him if the things are going on like this. So that is pity and fear. So in order to arouse pity and fear, there should happen a change in the life of the hero, and that change should be from good to the bad. So in the beginning, the hero's condition will be perfectly all right. Then slowly some events will be happening in his life, and that events will lead to his tragedy, which leads to the unhappy ending, what we call tragedy. How can we arouse pity and fear in the audience? Two methods are used. One, by showing the uh, sufferings of the hero on stage. For example, his cries, physical torture suffered by the hero, the beggarly appearance of the hero, etc. These elements will create pity. Beggarly appearance. Most probably, in ancient tragedies, the hero will be a king or a duke or a count. So he has been living all his life in comforts, and there will be a situation in the drama when the king or duke or count will have to will be losing his position and will be putting on the appearance of a beggar, and he will be suffering pain, he will be tortured. All these things will create pity, then pity and fear. Then the second method is the including plot elements like hero killing his brother without knowing it, or a small error resulting in a tragedy, etc. These two elements, these are the two methods used by writers in order to create pity and fear. The second method is considered superior by Aristotle. Then there are two elements considered together: complication and denouement. It is the spelling may drive you to imagine that it is like denouement. Not it is not denouement, denouement. The plot should be divided into two parts: complication and denouement. What are the two concepts? Complication, the action of the drama from the beginning to a turning point, is called complication. This part takes the story to a tangled knot. Tangled knot means kuduk. That is make the events complicated. So the story will be from the very beginning to the turning point. This part is called complication. By this time, the story will be a tangled knot. It will be so complicated. Then comes the denouement. The action of the drama from the turning point till the end is called denouement. So this is a diagrammatical representation. From here, the drama starts from here, slowly rising until it reach here. Then there will be a turning point and it will be coming down to the denouement. From this part to this part is called denouement, and from this part to this turning point is called complication. So this is the plot structure. There will be a beginning, there will be a middle part, there will be an end. So these are the essential elements, or these are the structure of the plot of a tragedy. That is three unities, which comprises of unity of action, unity of time, unity of place. Then it should be capable of producing pity and fear. Then complication and denouement. So read the text and try to understand the concepts. So thank you.